back to another race in the TP Cup Series. But for this race, a few things are going to be mixed up. We have the cars, and we have the track, and we have the little officials in the middle. But the thing that's mixed up about it is we have actual drivers, not actually just by their names. I went scrolling through my contacts and whatnot on Instagram and Messenger and all that, finding people. And so, yeah, here we have in the number 2, in the Brad Keselowski Auto Trader car, we have Zach. In the number 16 Talladega car, we have JC. The number 48, we have Ryan. In the number 8, we have my brother Winston. In the 21, we have John. In the 78, we have my buddy Jordan. In the 24, we have Rexton. In the 88, we have Hunter. And in the number 10, we have Joshin. I don't know if I pronounced his name right, but it's spelled Josin. But yeah, stop motion NASCAR about to go green. But we have to do it doing the commands. We have Winston Parker. Yes.
Driver, start your engine.
As the pace car, we have the 2011 Dodge Challenger. This will be a 15-lap race. No stages, but just green flag racing. Hopefully there's no caution, but they will be here at Dover International. Pace car is in green. Here we have Zach in that number 2 car taking into the lead with JC behind him. Here we are going 3 wide with Jordan, Joshin, and John. We still have Zach in the lead, but what is this? JC is coming up the path. Winston pushing Zach. Zach gets into JC, but JC doesn't lift. JC blows it high. JC swoops and spins. Caution flag. She just blows her tire and spins out right there. Tough break for JC. Is going to pit road, but she will come out in last place. And Winston and Zach will come on the green flag. Green, green, green. They make a little contact there. We have John getting into Zach there. Winston gets loose and spins into the wall. Joshin gets into Winston. Caution flag. Winston and Joshin are both out on the 3rd lap of this event. Green flag with Zach and John here. And the 3 wide behind him. Chase's pushing Jordan up the racetrack. There goes John into the wall. Jordan takes the lead away from Zach. But JC's making up some ground here. JC gets into Jordan. But then Zach comes up and gets into Jordan. And so does JC. Zach is about to be sideways by JC. And Zach comes across the start and finish line sideways. Zach hit the rear end of the car hard into that wall there. Caution flag is out, and Zach will restart with being last place 5 laps into this race. Tough break for most of these drivers here, but let's take a quick commercial break. Commercial break. We're gonna go green with JC and Jordan. Going green, 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 green. JC is good off these restarts. But John tries to spin JC. But JC doesn't lift. But JC might get sideways here. Jordan spins out JC. But what is this? JC is going in reverse to lead this lap. But she spins back around and she's still in the lead. The 88 Hunter gets loose a little bit. Hunter's on his lid. Oh, big crash. Hunter's on his lid and he's out. Hunter barrel rolling down the front stretch. But that will end Hunter's day after barrel rolling, what, 3 or 4 times right there? Yeah. Hunter is out of the car and he is okay, but just tough break for him. Tough break. Restarting with John and JC. But there goes John zooming into the corner. The 24 Rexton gets into the 48 of Ryan right there, and also the 78 of Jordan. John's just taking more of the lead away from JC. Blown engine of the 2 Zach blows his engine right there, his car comes to a rest. Man, just tough break for him too also. Blowing that engine. He was in contention to win, but oh man, just bad break for him. But they're still next week. But the race still, we're going green with 5 laps to go. Green flag racing, and here comes John and JC. They get in each other. Slide job! JC up the racetrack, and so is John. Slide job! John takes the lead away, but JC gets into John, but there goes Johnny safe. NASCAR's not going to call that caution. 4 laps to go, with John just mirroring by JC with inches. John's taking a little bit more of a lead, but what is the 48 of Ryan gets in the back of JC, but JC doesn't lift. JC putting John into the wall. JC goes to the inside. John goes to the outside, but JC blocks. John goes low and JC blocks. The 48 of Ryan spins out John. John goes hard into that wall, but he can still contend. We'll go green with 3 laps to go. But what is this? Jordan blows his engine. Jordan is out of this race. Man, tough break for him too, man. He was in contention to win all day, but just some things doesn't turn out his way, but maybe he might get him next week. Who knows? Green flag with Ryan and JC. But what is this? John's catching up to them. On 3 wide with John barely in the lead. There goes John zooming right there. Then Ryan gives him a little bit of a tap, shoving John up the racetrack. But John's blocking the 48 of Ryan. 2 laps to go, and they're beating and banging. Slide job. John's right there, but no, what is this? They spin out Ryan, but wait, Ryan's not going to lift. The 24 Rexton is getting slow behind in traffic. There goes Ryan to the lead to take the lead away from John. John gets into Rexton, and JC forces her way by Rexton, and then she's going to get into John. John and JC are closing in the lead on Ryan. But what is this? Rexton gets into the picture. They can all contend for the win. Rexton gets into Ryan. But here they are going 4 wide down the back stretch. It's gonna be close. And John takes the lead away. But JC comes back in. It's John by a nose. Here's the running order. We have John, JC, Ryan, and Rexton here. But now let's go see John do his burnouts here at Dover. John is doing a burnout on the wall. Now he's deciding to do some burnout. And here he is going to victory lane for the first time this season here at Dover. We have John, your race winner here at Dover. This great race, and kudos to all of y'all, but we have to give some shout-outs for the drivers who drove these cars here. There was Rexton in the 24, John in the 21, and John won. We have Winston in the number 8. There we have Jordan in the 78. We have JC in the number 16 car that ran great all day. We had Ryan in the 48 that ran great. We had the 88 of Hunter that went barrel rolling down the front stretch. We had Zach in the number 2 car that contended for a win to here today. And we have Josh N driving the number 10, which did a little good. And we'll see y'all guys next week at Daytona.